Good evening, good afternoon, good day, depending on where you are in the world. Happy Thursday. We're one day closer to the weekend. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Virtual Kansas as we make our next leg on the journey of Chasing the Cup series. We start off here. We're going to fly up to Wichita, visit the Cessna airfield. Then we're going to fly to Manhattan. No, not that Manhattan, the one that's in Kansas. And then finally making our way over the Kansas Motor Speedway and then landing in downtown Kansas City. Hope you're all doing well today. It's a bit chilly here in the Mitten State, but it's all good. Good to see that my audio things are working as they should this time around. We may fly over with Seamus McNeil with the raid. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're well. Merwaz is here. So we'll say hello to the chat. Wayland is here. Good to see you. And Murphy says, and so he said, go forth with thy race, and they shall ramble with thee. Huzzah, and well said, my friend. Hope you're doing well, Murph. Viper Strikes in. Hello to you. Dangerous Brian's here. Good to see you. Wayland, I don't know about Smallville. Maybe? The raid did indeed work, Seamus. Many thanks, my dude. So shout out to Seamus McNeil. Who's only a couple of followers away from 50. A nice, relaxed streamer. Driving the buses, driving the trams, and maybe piloting the trains. So be sure to check him out. Give him a like. Give him a follow. One of those words. It's the right word. But he's been doing a phenomenal job and is definitely worth the watch. So Merwaz is here. Good to see you. Katie UK says raid. Huzzah. How you doing, Katie? Hope you're well. Cap at 9 is here. Good to see you. Ibuprofen. Good to see you. I missed the push to raid button. Oops. It's all right. Because I consider outside Fort Riley. Nice. Jepson 2001. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Look out for Jepson 2001 on the Flying Fabio stream tomorrow. Night Zep is in. Good to see you. Goblin Zeus. Hello. Rainy and warm in France. Shuffle Shoes is here. Good to see you. Yep, I remember. Nitro 5 Gamer. Good to see you. Good afternoon from Michigan as well. Good to see you. Hope you're well. It's a little chilly down in the southern part. Papa Joe B is in. Awesome. Viper Strike says hello to Two-Tone. R. Singleton is here. Good to see you. Happy wet Thursday. Yeah, it's a little damp here too. Just next week. Ha! Roger. Thank you for the correction. For some reason I thought it was tomorrow. I stand mistaken. Joey Bolo 77. I didn't butcher it this time. I almost did. Hello to you. I'm doing well. How are you? We're about to fly up to Kansas City, Kansas with the Fireflies. Doesn't that sound just exciting? So now you may be sitting and wondering, well, gosh, what are we going to fly there? Well, part of me had a hope of flying the Seneca 5 from Coronado, but it hasn't come out of the store yet, so maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. We'll see. But I also kind of figured, well, if we're going to stop at the Cessna airport, we should probably fly a Cessna. Just seems to make sense. So here we are in the Coronado Cessna 182 Skylane. A beautiful looking aircraft. We're here in the wee hours of the morning in Sim. It is roughly 06:30 a.m. as we hear our friends We could probably turn that down just a hair. But we have our friends getting ready to go. Which is very, very... R. Singleton digs the mustache. Well, thank you. I work on it very hard. I have to make Murphy jealous. With the sunglasses, kind of look like... yeah. I get that a lot. If I take off the hat and I have my normal haircut, I'm a spitting image. I'm just a whole lot nicer. And if you think those sunglasses really do the trick, you should see me in the aviators. Somebody say shenanigans? Hope you're all doing well. Viper Strike is in the Cirrus SR-22. Nice. That's it right there. Yeah, just with my AJ Allmendinger hat. So what do you say we get this party started? I'm good, by the way. Glad to see some GA flying for a change today. C-1T2. Oh, yeah. GA all the way. I love flying the Warbirds, but GA is where it's at. And I don't think the Cessna 182 gets enough love on streams, so... well, here we go. So we're going to turn on the alternator and battery master switches, which turns on the PFD. Going to slap on the rotating beacon. We're going to put the prop and mixture levers forward. We're going to make sure the throttle is cracked. We're going to open up the cowl flaps. The Aero 3 is a very good airplane, Goblin. Flying Dutchman is here. Good to see you. Greetings to you. Kozaki says, haha, Cessna's arch rival, the Piper. Hey, they can compete, but at the end of the day, we're all good friends. We'll turn on some of those. Dougal McTavish is hoping to fly still and start the sim. Ugh, that's rough, Dougal. That is not fun. So we'll get the Max Both clear prop. Get those RPMs up. Make sure everything's good. Turn on the avionics. Turn on our nav lights and taxi lights. Gonna acknowledge that. And turn the inset off. We want the synthetic vision on. We're going to go back another one. Change the CDI. And we're going to preset our cruise altitude in the autopilot for 3,500 feet with a climb rate of 700 feet. Activate nav. I was tempted to bring the Corsair. It's just too fast for this strolling around. Plus, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Corsair, but yeah, it's a bit quick. Turn on our standby instruments. So we're letting T's and P's get in the green. Gonna make sure we're at the right altimeter setting. We're running few clouds instead of live. It wanted to say that the live weather was rainy, and then it wouldn't load anything. So I decided we'll just go some few clouds because that's a nice compromise. Wombat49 is here. Good day to you. Joey Bolo says, you're right, Cessna props in general don't get much love. I actually flew the 152 Airboat for the first time last night. I grabbed the 172. I want to like the C-172 tail dragger. I want to. It's just, it has too powerful of an engine, and then swapping out the engine CFGs with the stock makes it too slow because of the big tires and extra drag. I would love it if they would make the 172 just a tail dragger without all the other stuff, and I would be pleased as punch. So we're going to make sure we're good to go. We're going to hit that parking brake. We're going to begin our taxi. Allison Johnson with the Legendage, giving out 5 Tier 1 subs to the community, going out to KDUK, Kragan, Sentry, That's Not PC Bro, and Mandarar. Very, very kind of you, Allison. That's awesome. And very, very kind of you with the giftage. I'm lost at this airport. I need to go that way. It's very, very, very kind of you, Allison. Absolute legendage right there. How you doing, Allison? You holding up? You feeling better or still on the mend? Good to see you in chat regardless. I'm not sure I said hello to you earlier, Allison, but hello again, if I didn't. Catbat9 continuing the legendage, giving out 5 Tier 1 subs to Floxtrot, Fat Rat CSB, Token Brown, Bozman, and Andy Brown 23. Many thanks, dude. Slowly on the mend? Well, slowly is still moving forward, so that counts. We got absolute legends here today. Your generosity is continuously humbling, as Fluff MA is now following. Many thanks. What a way to bring out Thursday and my last stream of the month, because the next time we meet on my channel, it will be May. We'll have May days. Alright, so landings light come on, taxi light comes off, strobe lights come on. There's Fluff MA with the follow. Not impeded at the moment, so I'll take that. Improvement is improvement. We're just glad to have you around. I'll lead the takeoff. Roger. There's a nice Piper Arrow. There's a 172. There's a Mooney. Mooney's always a good choice. And the SR22. So, at your leisure, my friends. Ooh. Pull to the right there on breakage. The right lane is moving. There we go. Here we go. They can glitch out from time to time, Catbat. Make sure you're running the updated, the most up-to-date version of it. They have given the G1000 some updates. One notch of flaps. Flaps are up. You do the resting. We'll do the flying, and you just enjoy, Allison. No worries. So we're gonna do our left-hand turnage around the field while the Fireflies get in the air. Dangerous Brian's not flying tonight, but enjoying the Super Bowl. Still glad to have you along, my friend. As always. Nitro 5 Gamer, I'm in the 182 from Coronado. We got Kozaki Flyer down there. We got Catbat 9, Viper Strike, Druid Zeus, Merwaz, Count Zep. Race Division is in. Good to see you. Hope you're well. There's Waylon. Papa Joe's here. So, this is not the most hilly of areas, but it is certainly in the breadbasket of the United States. A lot of farming, a lot of agriculture happening down in this part of the world. So we'll do one more circuit just to make sure everybody's with us. Oh, look at that sunrise. If that's not a postcard, I don't know what is. That's just a straight advertisement for Cessna. So it looks like most everybody is, yeah, it certainly is. Wish someone had seen. I 100% agree, Allison. If there's one negative about the 182, is the lack of steam gauge version. So we're going to go ahead and activate the AP. We're going to go ahead and start dialing back the engine power. For about 2,300 RPM. Scorpio 49 is in. Just joined ahead to finish dinner first. No worries. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a good dinner. What'd you have? I'm all about talking about food. Food is awesome. Hey, the engine got quieter. Woohoo! So I had my normal, really high protein breakfast of scrambled eggs, some breakfast sausage, and some orange juice. Fine old school in the 149. Ooh, that's nice. Chicken Kiev and roasted vegetables. Ooh, that sounds nice. KDUK had lamb Rogan John with sag alco, or sag aloo, excuse me, and mushroom fried rice. John equals Joss. Aha! Lamb Rogan Joss with sag aloo and mushrooms fried rice. That actually sounds quite yummy. We just had to make sure that we were actually heading towards the line. Allison had cottage pie. Kozaki with a CTD right after takeoff. I know that pain, my friend. The upside to that, though, just remember, at least it happened then, and you didn't fly for 8 hours just to get a CTD less than a mile from landing. That sucks. CTDs suck in general, don't get me wrong, but when you get them right on landing, it makes you just want to throw everything out your wall, or out your window. Yeah, out the wall? That doesn't work. Into a wall, I've done that. It's like a spin shooter. Aha! Hopefully, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Microsoft's due to release some sort of blog update today sometime, hopefully with some nice updates that, you know, that they're gonna fix stuff. We'll keep an eye out for it. If it happens to pop up during the stream, I will read it off. Yeah. I wanted to just see, if I threw it out the window or threw myself out the window, it's a shortfall. I live on the first floor. or ground floor, depending on what you want to call it. It's frustrating, and I'd have a scuffed knee, but a temporary frustration. I'm sure they'll be fixing it. Windows released an update. I heard about that. I've turned off the updates for right now, just until I want to make sure. As long as people are saying that it actually helps out, I'll download it. Beyond that, I'm gonna wait a minute. Night Zep had, pardon me, new small potatoes, Sal's ice, small green peppers fried up in an iron pan. Ooh. Don't ever go for a jump. Yeah, I mean, I've always been the philosophy of why jump out of a perfectly good airplane. But I'm also related to, or my mom's father was a paratrooper. I reenact a paratrooper, but I'd rather fly. Our Singles says, I may have found a potential fix to boost frames. I remember you saying that on, was it Fabio's stream, putting the CPU priority to low. It's worth a shot. Italian frying sausage. Ooh. Whoosh Blammo is in. Hello, hello. Just lurking for now. No worries. Happy to have you along regardless. Scorpio 49, welcome to the culinary flight this evening. Absolutely. I love food. I love food a bit too much. Oh dear. Noel K with more legendage, gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community, going out to Mike Hawks O'Floppin. That's funny. Surf Baked, 10 Eater Tot, the Piet, and Readability. Nice. Wow. Trying to scroll, I missed a couple. Oh, yeah, you're there. Yeah, I'll have to do that. I don't want to mess with the stream, but I will definitely do that afterwards. Give it a shot. About when we took off, ENID is known as Queen Wheat City of Oklahoma, and the United States it is due to the immense grain storage capacity and has the 3rd largest grain storage capacity in the world. Nice. Easy Dodge. I like Dodge. Dodge Ram. Magic 888 is in. Good evening to you. Hope you're well. I mean, German sausage, Italian sausage. I like food. The community is, y'all make it wonderful, and y'all are fantastic, and I'm continuously humbled by everyone, because the financial contribution is definitely not required, but it sure makes a difference in my life, and it means an awful lot. So many thanks to all of you. It's absolutely awesome. Spicy Italian sausage with honey and mustard. Ooh. Irish Aviator is now following. Many thanks, dude. Hope you're doing well. Sounds wonderful. Yeah. Look at that. We got the fans down below. We've got the fireflies with us. I'm doing pretty well. How are you, my friend? I trust you're doing well. It's been a pretty good day so far. So, I was kind of out of sorts yesterday during Murph's stream. I don't know. I was just off. And so I wasn't flying along a whole lot during his stream. But after the stream, I ended up taking up the Airbus helicopter, giving it a whirl in the whirlybird. That's a pretty fun little airplane, rotor wing helicopter. It's pretty fun. Definitely takes some getting used to. I always seem to have an issue with engine 2 not cooperating very well, though. Good to see that you're well, Irish Aviator. Man, it is. You want to talk about picturesque? I mean, this is Cessna. This is how you sell product. I've become slightly obsessed with the little 103 ultralight that got released. So much fun. Did not expect, to be honest. I haven't tried the Power Solo, either the one Asobo just released or the other one. It looks like a hoot. I'd like to compare the two, because the one that's been out for months just had an update and includes a float plane version. And, well, Flight Sim needs more float planes. But at the same time, you know, the Asobo released theirs. I'd like to see the differences between the two, because I think that would be interesting. My problem is always landing the BL thing on the spot I want. Yeah, I just kind of pick a general area and be like, I kind of want to sit down here, and then, well, maybe I'll sit down over there. Look at that. That's what I hear. It's from what I understand, it's faster than the Aerolite and has a bit less sluggish controls. Yeah, everything's good. Oh, except for the transponder. I left that in standby mode. Oops. Due to the stream showing the VGP against the Aerolite. Yeah. The Asobo one is very well done. Love the detail. It flies realistically or not, I don't know, but it's very nice. Just about 40 to 50 knots. Right on. Thanks, Seamus. Seamus, I do have a playlist on Spotify. If you ever get into Spotify, you'd more than welcome to use the list. Uses a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and so far I haven't gotten any copyright strikes on it. There we go. We got Viper Strike catching up in the SR-22. I want to get the Aerolite as well, but the Bell 47 is first to add on the list of things. Yeah, that looks real interesting. The Bell 47, such a classic and iconic little helicopter. First on my list right now is going to be the Piper Seneca, or Seneca? Yeah. The Seneca from Coronado, because that looks fantastic. I like to see what their weather radar is all about. Let's see. What's next? So, we're supposed to get an update for the P40 this week. Apparently, we're supposed to get a Corsair in the second or third week of April. It's now towards the end of the fourth, so who knows? EL 737 is here. Got held up by girls and beer. No need to explain, especially to know if it's true. Hey, we don't ask questions around here. Just glad to have you. I do like the Aerolite. Even if the controls are kind of sluggish, I do enjoy it. Update, Merwaz. Supposedly there's supposed to be an update for the Corsair release sometime this month. We'll see. I love the place in this. We just crossed Bullwhacker Creek and Dead Man's Creek. It gets, the further west you go, the funnier the names can get. Because this is all pioneering area. Well, it's only a day left, so I hope it's coming. Yeah. We'll see. I trust the P40 guys, the B radials. They did such a good job on it. There's just little things here and there that needed to be fixed. Little thing with the sound, a couple of multiplayer AI stuff. I think the rudder trim tab, or one of the trim tabs, was animated backwards, but beyond that, they did a phenomenal job with the P40. The Corsair is a bit odd to get stall all over the place, but pulling back on the pitch on the thrust and make it hit. Yeah, so the animation on the prop on the Corsair is backwards. They do have a few things to fix. They have a fair amount. It's still flyable. EL is loading sim. Roger that. See, and here's the thing. I've yet to blow the engine in the Corsair. I've yet to. I watched the World War II training film, fly it by those numbers, and everything's been grand. Needs some fixing when it comes to trimming. I'll agree to that. Could be worse. Could have taken off from that town from Twister. Yeah, but if you have max pitch on the prop, it stalls at any speed, whatever you do. I've not blown it either. See, I haven't stalled it like that either, so I don't know. I don't know. For all I know, I'm flying it wrong, but somehow doing it right. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is it does have some issues to fix. They said they're going to fix them. We're just waiting. Yeah, that's what they've said, but I mean, they said very soon, and it was another month until they released the thing itself, as the slow dev is now following. Well, many thanks, my dude. Hope you're well. What's the issue with the trim of the Corsairs? I think to some degree, at least what I've noticed, is it seems to be, the adjustment seems to be a bit too coarse. They need to have the pitch trim at the very least a bit finer. Excuse me. It's almost like you can't get the right fine set for it. That's just me though. Other people may have had other issues with it. I think it just needs to be able to be more fine-tuned. Or able to be fine-tuned. Something along those lines. Amadino052 is here. Good to see it. Many thanks for the follow. Merwise, I love this P40-189D. Such a complicated yet small and simple, but yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely a great airplane. Yeah, it has that nice. It's almost a warbird feel to it, but it's not a warbird exactly. But it's such a great little airplane. Well, that's what happens when you type and fly in an airplane that doesn't have AP. Who's that? I can't read who's in 1339. Frozen. Frozen's here. See, I see Masonic Lake is here. So you'll have at least a couple of the Thunderflies. There's Cap at 9, Druid, whole wad of them back there. Yes, exactly, Marwaz. Guys, not so much news on the Michael. He did. That's, I mean, he lived a good life, did a lot of important things. So we can celebrate his accomplishments and celebrate his life. And right. So we celebrate the accomplishments of Michael Collins and those like him who contributed greatly to space exploration, science, and aeronautics. I think Buzz is still kicking. Could be wrong. They're all kind of getting up there. I still remember reading the story about Buzz Aldrin punching somebody that was claiming that the moon landings were fake. That story always brings me joy. This is just... Hey, it's the moon. Buzz is 91, yeah. Yeah. One of the Magnificent Three. I actually learned to read using Physics Magazine with stories about the moon landing. Crazy me. That's awesome, dude. The amount of things in the cockpit of this tiny plane is staggering. Yeah. Well, and what's somewhat mind-boggling is we have more computing power in our cell phone than that the Apollo capsule did. That's insane. And I think in a lot of ways that we really take that for granted. So I kind of changed up my things. So the flight plan command will give you the schedule for the week of where we're flying and what day. Route will give you the flight route of our current flight. And if we do plane, we'll still get those. Otherwise, what we do take into account mechanical computers. Well, it's just the computing power. It's just... and to think, that wasn't even 100 years ago. It's nuts. Oh, I love Smarter Every Day. It's such a good channel. Really can learn a lot. We got a Thunderfly escort going on. Modern phones are faster than the... Yeah. No, 100%. And it's nuts. It's nuts to think about that. It's nuts to think that where aviation technology is today versus where it was 100 years ago is just... That's a small amount of time. It's nuts. Well, 737, which is being done faster, the unloading of beer or the loading of the sim? Yeah. We got Wombat, we've got Frozen and Masonic Lake. Good answer, EO. It's mind-boggling. You know, when I think 20 years ago when it comes to video games, I'm still thinking of the Super Nintendo. 20 years ago in video games, it was, you know, I think the PS2 was out. Or pretty darn close. It's insane. Just absolute insanity. looks like the satellite didn't get these areas very well, and it's doing the auto gen thing. That's okay though. Now, without wanting to jinx anything, but aren't we having a smooth flight today? So far, we are. Interstate 76 is what I think about. I-76. Man, this is a lot of auto gen. Maybe it's a network thing? Oh. There's Kozaki. Twisted Metal. Wow. I remember that too. Gosh. It's just crazy to think, you know, just even in terms of video games then versus now, it's just like, wait, what? I bought a GameCube some years ago for almost nothing. It's great. Yeah. Uh-oh. I see a Steve Solo UK back there. I think there's an Arbachetta, maybe? They're all together. I can't really read them all that well. The first Wing Commander. I still remember, in terms of flight sims, I still remember Jane's F-15, Flight Sim 98. Kingsman's here. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, I gotta send you a message here, Kingsman. Might be pertinent for you, so good to see you, though. Hope you're hanging in there, my friend. I'm going to copy that. Actually, Allison, if you're able to, oh, maybe I can. Let's see if I can get this to work. Is this sending that information to Kingsman? I think I got it. Delete the files first, an update usually helps. Are we... F-19, I remember that one. There's a YF-22 sim. First up is Wichita, Kansas, which is the largest city in Kansas, and the birthplace of various aircraft companies, including Beechcraft and Cessna, making it the air capital of the world, the McConnell Air Force Base. And Wichita, Kansas, is the home of Doc, one of 2 flying B-29s. There they go. The Thunderflies are doing Thunderfly things, but they left Steve Solo behind. There's a lot. Okay, question for all y'all. Are you guys getting to Bing imagery, or is there something wrong with me? Awesome, Kingsman. You know, take that to heart. It might might help you out, my friend. We do what we can to help you out. They're in a hurry to get things done. Was that an old Alabama song? I've been inside Fifi. Funny story about Fifi. Cap at Night has the Autogen 2. Okay, so it's not just me. So a number of years back, I'm home alone by myself, which at the time was a very odd thing. Just me. I'm doing my thing, minding my own business. The next thing I know, the house is starting to shake, and I'm just like, what's going on? We're not in a high earthquake area. This didn't make any sense. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm at home. The house just starts to rattle. I'm on the approach end of the local airport, so anything flies in and out, probably going to hear it. And so, houses are vibrating. I'm just like, what in the world is going on? You know, so I go to our living room, look out the window. Next thing you know, B-29 flying down, you know, approaching the airport. I'm like, oh, well, that explains it. And I think that same weekend, I got together with my grandpa. We got to go actually get up inside Fifi and check it out. And that was a really, really neat experience. It was a lot of fun. Didn't get to fly in it, but just to see it in person, get in the cockpit and look around, and it was just so neat. So do tell your story about Fifi, Kozaki. Yeah, it's weird that there's not a lot of Bing imagery here. That's very odd. See, it happens with other updates too, so... Okay, got inside the AC-130 one time, Fat Albert with the blue. Nice. Not near as cramped as the B-17. Yeah, ain't that the truth. B-17s are nice, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't a lot of room inside. Wichita also lends its name to one of the greatest songs of all time, Wichita Lineman. I'll have to listen to that one. So we're getting close to landing at the Cessna Airfield, which I believe is right yonder. So we'll go ahead and disable the old autopilot. Glenn Campbell for the win. Yep, that is indeed McConnell Air Force Base. So we're going to put prop to full. Start. Look up the version Glenn Campbell did with Stone Temple Pilots. Roger that. Although, if you do, if you have a link to it, feel free to throw it up on the Discord. We do have a section called a Jukebox. So if you're currently enjoying a certain song or artist or whatnot, always feel welcome to post it in the Jukebox. I'll probably give it I'll more than likely give it a listen, because I enjoy many, many types of music. And there's Seamus with the Discord link. Many thanks, my dude. We are going to be landing at Kilo Charlie Echo Alpha. Viper Strike, do you have the MB339 installed, or are you running generic models? Oh dear. So there's McConnell Air Force Base. And we're landing up here. Right underneath the camera screen. I don't know. I don't know then, Viper. Awesome, Katie. I will give that a listen after the stream so as not to anger the copyright powers that be. Oh, Van Halen. I think my my three favorite Van Halen songs are Jump, Fire in the Hole, and Humans Being. Humans Being because of the movie Twister. That dude could wail on a guitar, let me tell you. Metallica, 20 Empty Places, and and then all their Metallica things. Metallica, was it 1? I don't think this is the right airport at all, actually. Yeah, that's not the right airport at all. Okay, Cessna Airfield is over here, apparently. I was looking at something else. Man, they really got that close to the Air Force Base. That got it a lot closer than I thought they would. Why can't this be love? Good song. So we got folks landing at the Cessna Airfield. You know, pardon my butchering of the song, but I do know the song. Oh, there's the Thunderflies. Man, they really missed Wichita. That's incredible. Yeah, I have to agree with Singleton. There is no such thing as too many airports. Seen that in a movie theater back in the day. Yeah, it was. Ride the Lightning. I have to give that one another listen. So we're flirting with stall speed, but we got to make a turn here. Where are we at? Flaps. Who knew? There's the Air Force Base, so we're coming up, should be coming up on the Cessna. There we are. It's also like having too many airplanes. It's not possible. So no such thing as too many airplanes. Oh, a bit of a bounce. That's okay. That wasn't too bad. Lopox, good to see you. Hope you're well. Swing it on over. Park her up on the ramp. How you doing? Why, thanks, Kingsman. It was it had a bit of a bounce, but all things considered, I think it was okay. So we see fireflies coming in. We're gonna get parked here. We're gonna get all this so it logs the flight regardless. That's all set to go. And we're going to go ahead, get in the drone cam. So don't worry about landing on my runway. I was going to do a straight in until I realized I was at the wrong airport. So runway 35 is acceptable. We do see Cat 9 coming in. EL 737 RS right behind. We're going to hide me because we want to watch the landings, not me. There's Papa Joe in. Nicely done. Scorpio with a go-around. Here's the Thunderflies doing their thing. Nicely done, Thunderflies. There's 737 coming in. Man, they really tucked this one in tight with the Air Force Base, didn't they? Gosh. That we are, Jacko. There's Count Zepp. They really do, Dangerous Brian. They really do. There's Wombat 49. Tailing the Thunderflies. Crosswind is nothing compared to Stutters. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I've seen thinner, but not many. Oof. There's Scorpio inbound. So far, no, but I would imagine that Microsoft should be releasing some sort of thing today. Developer update, that's the thing. So we'll see what they have to say. Yes, the thing from the place and the guys. The what's it. There's an archer. Or archer? Not archer. Arrow. Of Zeus. Druid Goblin Zeus. You know, the thing from the guy at the place at the time, you know. Nice formation landing by the Thunderflies. Oh, Goblin's just right into it. Oh, the humanity. The guy with the face and the name, you know the guy. You know, we did everything we could. Who did the what and the where and the when? Yeah, that guy. You know, that guy. Don't be that guy, right? Forget about it. So we're gonna check to see where everyone's at. Got Merwaz. I don't know why I added a K to it. Kozaki's up there. We've got the Thunderflies trying to sort out what they're doing. There's Waylon. Joy Bag of Donuts McGinty. Hey. Why, you some kind of sort of wise guy, huh? Alright, so it seems most everybody is down, so I'm going to use that as the cue to, well, unhide me real quick. We're going to go to this screen, and we're going to go out and load in the next leg of the flight. Going from Cessna to the Cessna airfield up to Manhattan. And just for funsies, I want to check the marketplace real quick. Still no Seneca from Coronado. So we'll do a restart of the sim. It seems to be doing us some favors here lately. Keen Lafford is in. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Knock on wood for the sake of the sim. I might be able to get away with that. I might do some playing around post-stream over the weekend. Camera angles and such. So we're getting ever so much closer to... What in the world is that? The Eurovision. Almost 3 weeks away. I guess I should have extended the landing gear. That might have helped, Wayland. 18 days. That's almost like you could divide 18 by 3. Secret safe with me, EL. Pretty awesome. Wayland is off. You have a good night. Glad to have you along. We'll catch you in the next one. If this doesn't get you moving in your chair, I don't know what will. It's literally their factory. This is where they build Cessnas. Control the drone with the X-Wing. Yeah, it's very intuitive. But yeah, so no, Cessna aircraft were originally built in Wichita, and this is their little airfield. I just had never realized it was so close to the Air Force Base. It's so close, and it really blended in. I suppose can be a good thing. Not so great when you're not familiar with the area and you're trying to find it. Cessna's working on a new twin turboprop, kind of a bigger Grand Caravan. I forget what they're trying to call it. It seemed silly. I feel like there's something there, and I'm just not getting it, which is entirely plausible. Yeah, kind of a Grand Caravan. It's twin engine. It looks interesting. It's almost like was it the Saab 330? Sky Courier. That's it. They're working with FedEx on it, so I mean, I guess Sky Courier makes sense, but I don't know, it kind of does make me think a little bit towards the Saab 330, the Saab 340. Saab 330, it's 340. Saab 340. Not the Saab 340. Not that either. What is the name of it? I thought it was a Saab. I must be mistaken. I cannot remember what it was. Right, I Roger. Yeah. That's cool though. I mean, I could do that. That'd be great. What is it? I know a lot of countries use them for. It's a twin prototype. It had like literally rectangular vertical stabilizers, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. I swear it was a Saab. Cessna Aircraft Field Tube Manhattan Regional. We're gonna load in clear skies. That took about. We'll put it at 040. That's off. That's off. It'd be a Skyward. That might have been it. Shorts. Yeah, the Shorts 330 Skyvan. That's it. I had the right number, the wrong manufacturer. But the Cessna Sky Courier looks kind of like that. I did the thing. The only thing I don't like about the Sky Courier is the tail. Like, I think they should have just stuck with a traditional tail configuration, not a T-tail, because otherwise it just looks weird. I have the Google Satellite app on Little Navmap, tells you all useful sites. Oh yeah. No, I like Little Navmap. It has a lot of great uses. They just do some things in such a way that I wish they did it differently. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I like the overall look of the Sky Courier, and it does look a lot like a Shorts 330. I don't know if it has the same capacity, though. I don't think it has anywhere near the same capacity. But it's definitely a step up from a 208. And it's the Cessna 408. Well, okay then. Kept it simple. There's also a Kung Fu place. Nice. Kung Fu tea. So, we're here. We're going to try see what happens when we load up live weather. No, let's screw it. Let's run it without clouds. So I'll get this potty started. Quiet, you. I said quiet. So, well. Ma'am Neff is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're well. Cough flaps are open. Fuel's open. Prop and mixture are in. Clear prop. Alright, so PFD. We want synthetic vision on. Taxi lights, nav lights come on. Activate that. Come down here. Wait for that. Check our barometer. Turn off the inset. Transponder goes to altitude mode. CDI goes to FMS. We want altitude. We want to set that to 3,500. Vertical speed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Text a little on the low side. So we're gonna see. Can we spot by chance? Okay, there's the one stop there. So we'll get this party rolling. Why not? Wander our way down to the... You have a good one, Seamus. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for coming along for the trip. You have a good evening, my friend. I'm getting that. Yeah, so if you are running, I see somebody kind of flashing ahead. If you're running any kind of extra non-stock default livery, please try switching into something that came with the aircraft that you're flying. I know I did see some of the 47 Echo paint schemes on a 172, but it seems people are getting a little bit of lag. If you're getting the starting, you should be, you're more than likely not the offender. We'll get up to the, we'll get into cruise and see if it gets any better. Get us spread out. Okay, strobe light coming on, taxi light off, landing light on, stock Trinidad. Well, that shouldn't matter. It's more about the liveries than the aircraft. So get airborne. Goblin has no stutters. Go ahead and get airborne. Hopefully things will smooth out. There's takeoff. Well, we'll see what happens if once we get spread out. Hopefully everything smooths out and gets sorted. If I recall, the main cause is someone's in the same airplane, or someone's in an airplane that you have, but in a livery you don't, and that's when the issue starts. So when somebody is flashing and you don't see an airplane, they're usually the well, for lack of a better word, the cause. It just is what it is. It's nobody's fault per se. It's just currently a bug in the sim that they introduced. And I'm reasonably certain that they are, in fact, working on it. Deep Future is here. How you doing? Hope you're well. I'm officially out of Rip It. Oh, out of that can anyway. Oh, it's coming out Muttley down on the ground. Alright, so we're actually above our go ahead and nav mode. Change autopilot. Switching to North Europe doesn't help, though it should. You'd think. Roger, Noel. Yeah, I'm not sure, Catbat. It should be fine. Give us a minute to spread out. Maybe that'll help. Merwaz says Kozaki is the one flashing on their screen. Well, give it a minute. In my home state, the sun's just starting to peek out. It was raining, but it's fairly cool. How's weather in the pool? Kozaki, default skin here. Interesting. I don't know. That's extra curious. So Kozaki can't be caused. It is odd. It could just be one of those. It just could be a weird glitch. So Kozaki's not doing anything to cause it. Just could be one of them bugs. So there's the airport we almost landed at, which would have been the wrong airport. The upside about the cooler weather there, Kingsman, it makes for great sleeping. I slept great last night for once. I was out. It felt good. No, that's due route. Exclamation point route. The flight plan is kind of changed into the week schedule. Goblin also has the PA-28 default, no one flashing. Interesting. So we're on our way to Kilo Mike Hotel Kilo, which is Manhattan, Kansas. Not to be confused with Manhattan, New York. That is odd, Merwaz, because usually it's you have the airplane and someone's running a livery that you don't, but this is the first report I've heard of it being an airplane you don't have causing it. Try switching servers and see if the stutters go away. Jay Winokur with the tier 1 sub, 6 months. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're well. Hopefully work's not treating you poorly. Deep Future says just joined in and is smooth. No stutters for Night Zep either. Interesting. What I do know, the issue goes away when you get from whoever causes it like 5 to 10 miles away. Interesting. So now it's gone. That's odd. Yeah, it's like it has something to do with draw distance. Roger that, Jay Winokur. Glad you did. Interesting. Hopefully, Asobo announces some sort of fix. Soon. Not only draw distance, audio stuff. Yeah. Direct to Kilo Mike Hotel Kilo. Back to beer. Lopox, just found out yesterday that I had to download all POIs manually. Oh. Oh, hey, and the satellite imagery is back. So now we can actually see Kansas again. We're probably on rental power, and we don't need to be. Yeah, I bet. I just got into my plane. Everyone, put your flight sim on pause. Rental power it is for whack-a-mole. There's the Thunderflies. Look at them go. I'm going to do something dangerous. If it breaks, I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's try something else. Doing dangerous things and repressing buttons, but well, who knows? Let's see. Where is it? There you are. Well, I'd rather say it. Well, it's already on below normal. That's interesting. So if I do this, what happens? It goes to normal. So let's try the map. Okay, so that's smooth. This is smooth. Look over here. That starts stuttering. That starts stuttering. So that didn't fix any of that. And Draco with the CTD. Oof. I have not Night Zep. Oh, for sure, Goblin. Yeah, there's some freeware scenery for it. Draco, how long did you get? How long was it between getting in the air and it happening? No. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people flying around the Vertigo. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it the Velocity. Yeah, let's put it's a case of one. Let's put a giant engine on this small airplane and see what happens. Doing a flight from Germany to Cape Town in it. Nice. Draco, I put the D1000, 3000 ads back in. This happened. Interesting. Realistically, if you're not using the airplane that's running it, it shouldn't make a difference. Draco, what I would do is I would start making reports to working title and be like, look, this is a thing. I don't know why it's happening, but it is. And they might be able to have an answer for you, and as you know, as long as you can replicate it and be like, look, everything was fine until I reinstalled these, and then it all broke. Yeah, it could at least give them a step in the game to be like, you know, they've got something to fix. I don't know. It's worth yelling at them. Mark Pitty on YouTube putting a giant engine as well. See, the thing is, as much as I appreciate the idea of that, it's not my gig. Like, like putting a 210 horsepower engine on a Cessna 172. It's just like, the Cessna 172 is fine the way it is. You know, you really don't make me mess with you. You want more power, get a 182. You want more power than that, get a 210. See, I can't not touch the 182. I love the 182. Flying the Bonanza's even fun. And the working title mods add so much, but it does apparently cause issues. As TT2 Feet is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Thunderflies being them awesome selves. You can just fool around with it, that's okay, but for speedy long distances, right on. Right on. I'll have a look. Yeah, I'll give it a shot at some point. I've neglected the CJ4 for a while. I was really wanting to get into that, but it's just, I don't know, I kind of got sidetracked from it. Now getting used to the was it the H135? That's been, at least last night and a little bit before the stream, I've been trying to fly it around and have fun with it. And it's a neat thing to fly. At this point, I have no idea. Put the DA62 mod back in, the TBA improvement mod back in, the working title things. Honestly, it may be a little nav map. Because I don't know what it is, but it'll be, with little nav map, it'll be fine for a while, sometimes even the whole time. But eventually something in it breaks. Because I honestly think it might have something to do with SimConnect. I wish there was a better way to track what version of SimConnect we have installed. And which one's the latest version. There probably is, but I don't know what it is. Isn't that cool with rotors? If it wasn't for their basic mode on on this, the H135, and thankfully it's free. If they didn't have the basic mode, I'd be lost. Merwaz switched to the MB339 and no stutters. That's weird, dude. That is really odd. It could, Draco. I think anything related to SimConnect can cause a lot of problems. No one tried the air balloon. I haven't yet. The thing of it is, I honestly believe that some of it has to do with SimConnect. Viper Strike says Manhattan, Kansas is known as the Little Apple and is best known for Kansas State University and Fort Riley. Nice. Well, I would bet that SimConnect uses runtime in some fashion. And it's even hard to pinpoint because anything uses runtime. But most of my issues have happened when I'm running like SimToolkit Pro or Little Nav Map while streaming. Sometimes it'll happen when I'm not running anything. But most times when it's happening consistently, it's usually something like Little Nav Map or SimToolkit Pro. Even Volanta. Yesterday on Murstream, I tried to fly the 135. I got starters all the time. Changed to P40. That's fine. Interesting. There's so many variables. It's frustrating and annoying. I mean, Draco and I could write a book on the different things we've tried to suss out to figure out what in the world is causing the issue. Well, not all of them are bad. It just... The thing of it with using the mods, like the improvement mods and whatnot, is it adds more variables. They fix a lot of things, but sometimes they don't necessarily play nice with the sims. But I believe they cause fewer problems than things using SimConnect. And I think that's where a lot of problems end up coming from, because everything in flight sim is so network dependent, and I think that in and of itself is causing a lot of the problems. Oh, that's fair. My friends have massively increased in the last 24 hours. Nice. The GTN 750 is nice. Draco's gonna reboot, Roger. I don't doubt it, Merwaz. But, not everybody's gonna run vanilla. Most of the add-ons I get are either scenery or liveries anyway. And when it comes to the working title stuff, the honest thing is, those are going to be stock at some point. Because, with Microsoft, what's the word? Officially making working title an official partner or whatever, their working title stuff, their current mods are basically going to become the default G1000, 3000, or 3000, GX, whatever. It's going to become the default at some point. Like, I don't get too crazy. Like, I don't really do the Bush League Legends stuff. I like doing the avionics upgrades. The TBM mod, the DA40, DA62 mods. Don't use the 152 mods anymore because I just stopped seeing the point. The CJ4. I haven't used the G36 mod in forever because it stopped getting updated and Microsoft kind of fixed a lot of the issues. That's kind of scary, especially if they're using SimConnect. And I don't know that the working title stuff uses the SimConnect. And I think, in another respect, a lot of the issues are kind of caused by the SDK not being open all the way, so people are trying to have custom code that works to do the things they want. But Asobo isn't opening up the SDK fully because they want to make sure that DX12 works and this and that, and after they get DX12 running, then they're going to open it up and, it's going to be the cat's pajamas, as Murph would say. Anybody check out the new Spitfire? Which new Which new Spitfire? Mammoth. Because the newest one I'm aware of is still just the Flying Iron one. Unless they updated it or Airplane Heaven released theirs. I'm pretty much going to wait on the Airplane Heaven Spitfire because I want a different... I already have a Spitfire, so getting a... I'm waiting until a different sort of... Really, did Airplane Heaven finally release something? It's not out on their... It's... Which one's it? Because I listed off a couple of things. I have to narrow it down there. But I'm gonna wait for any more. I'll probably pass on the Airplane Heaven Spit because, well, we already got Spitfire. We've got a P-40. We have a Corsair. I'd like to see a Mustang. Heck, I'd like to see a Messerschmitt. But I'd like to see a more variety of Warbirds before I get a repeat. I know it's a different model and whatnot, but nonetheless. The FW200 Condor? That was a big plane. Germans didn't have many big airplanes, but that was a big one. And it definitely had a unique look to it, for sure. And that had a life after the war as well, because they used it as an airliner. Well, before and after, anyway. T6 would be cool. Oh, yeah. T6 would be amazing. The OV-10 Bronco, that has a whole other history in its own, because they retired it, and then they're looking at the current conflict, and they're like, hey, that might actually be really useful for what we want to do, and they're using it. Vulcan would be neat. 35,109 airframes can't be wrong, right? I know they're working on a Lancaster. I know somebody's working on a B-17. Dornier Strip Flying. Flying Iron, they make a P-3. No. I'm pretty sure that they're going to take their Flying Iron's going to take their fleet and move it into MSFS. Noel, CT is doing my head in. Well, I'm sorry, Noel. I do thank you for your generosity tonight. Sorry that the CTDs are getting the better of you. Hopefully they smooth out. Still glad to have you along, and again, many thanks for the gifted subs. You're awesome. Looking forward to the Boeing 247. Yeah, it looks great. The Tu-160, nice. Kingsman 9965 with the tier 1 for 3 months. Many thanks, my dude. You're awesome. And glad to have you along for the ride, my brother. Many thanks for that. So yeah, let's see. I wish there was I know that at one point in time, Fort Noob was compiling a list of soon-to-be released aircraft, but I haven't checked it in a while, so I don't know how up to date it is yet. It really is, but the only downside to having more planes mean more money, and more money is not easy to come by. And that's one of the reasons why I'm gonna skip the initial release of the Aeroplane Heaven Mark 1, because we've got a Spitfire. It's great. Flying Iron did a great job with the Mark 9. They're supposed to be releasing a patch soon-ish. And I look forward to it. I'll probably fly it a lot. You know, maybe not in the stream, but in general. But beyond that, give me a Mustang. Give me a C-47. Give me different warbirds. We've got a Spitfire. Oh, excuse me. Ow. My F-16 is full points. Yeah. Freeware airplanes are really hit and miss. You get the really good ones, like some of the ones that we're seeing now. The C-17 from Destroyer, whatever, who was the guy initially behind the H-135. The H-135 is a great freeware aircraft. So we're getting some good freeware stuff alongside the nice payware stuff. But I've got, yeah, in FSX it was real dodgy. Yeah, Kansas sure is Kansas. But it's great to have variety as well, because you know you're gonna get guys that are like, oh, I only want British warbirds. Cool, go for it. There's people that just like, oh, I only want American warbirds, or I only want German warbirds. Great. Everybody's, you know, I only want Pipers. I only want Cessnas. You know, you're gonna get people like that. Having more options is awesome. Roger that. Nights up. Let me have a look. Okay, it looks like Batson had an issue. Oh yeah, the Dornier DOX. That thing is a massive beast. What is that, 12 engines? That'd be a thing. Junior Rafale in MSFS. That'd be great. Looks like the Romans were here with all the straight roads. I mean, you'd think. America does have quite a lot of straight roads. Especially here in the Midwest where, you know, things just flat. But that DOX, DO10, that would be a neat aircraft to have in flight sim. No Romans. Maybe. You never know. Space-time continuum and everything. You'd think, but it makes it easier to spot them so you can get around them. Then again, in Michigan, we have a pothole problem, so you know when someone's drunk when they're just driving straight through the potholes and not trying to avoid them. I think I might need to get a better router. I go camping in the terrain where Dornier launched his flights. Nice. Oh, in Europe, the Romans were everywhere. Now I want to, because the other night, Murph, this is Sunday night, when Murph didn't heed my warning about staying up late and stayed up late showing us the Bell 47, and then we got to Rome and he landed the Bell 47, and I learned more about Rome than I did about the helicopter. But it was great. No worries, Allison. No worries at all. When your body needs sleep, your body needs sleep. She would have been fine in the autopilot. At least until it ran out of fuel. No, if the body needs sleep, the body needs sleep. I really need to get a pillow to put in the back of this chair so I'm not always like leaning back all the way. Or just a new chair. I really, really would like one of those Ergo Chair 2s. High weight capacity, ergonomic. Be nice. All the roads arrive to Rome, old saying. You know, raise your controls. Well, see, the problem is, it's not so much, because honestly, it's a relaxed, it just leans back too far. The controls are fine where they are, even when they're right here. They feel right, it's just there's a lot of space in the back. All roads lead to Rome. It definitely is true in Europe. Not so much in the US because there's the whole ocean thing. Don't feel bad about your typing, Katie. My words coming out of the mouth, that's every night. And that's kind of what it turns out to be. Why you hear me, go porky pig, bleep, bleep, bleep. That's all, folks. Son of a beat beat, son of a beat beat done. That's very true, Katie. That's very true. We weren't even then. Well, yes. Yeah, my fingers I got fat fingers and keyboards and weird placement and whatnot because I have to go like this for my keyboard. I go to the UK, Romans. I go to France, Romans. I go to Austria, Romans. I go to Northern Africa, Romans. And here at home, you guessed it, Romans. Master caution, low fuel. Oh. Which begs the question, how are we on fuel? Oh, we're fine. And we're about 11 minutes. There's the thunderflies. Yeah, there's different kinds of dyslexia. I have dyslexia of the fingers where it's just I'm thinking faster than I'm typing. So I get words back, words in the wrong order. I get letters in just the wrong order. It's just no, why? We just passed a field. I landed for you. Roger that, Merwaz. Deep Future needs to do the same. And when it comes to the phone, forget about it. Autocorrect is both a blessing and a curse when it comes to autocorrect, or when it comes to typing on the phone. So I'll be trying to type something out and be fat fingers. sliding around everywhere. Do you remember the old phones from the slide phones from the Matrix? Like the first one? Those are so cool. I wanted one. Had some problems with kids. Hope not somewhere in Canada. I certainly hope not. That'd be a long trip from Kansas through the Dakota. Well, let's see. Was it Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota? That'd be a long trip. Yeah, Kansas, Nebraska, South. Yeah, you might have ended up in Winnipeg. You have a good night, Shuffle Shoes. Glad to have you along for as long as you could. We'll catch you next time. Ooh, we're getting a little terrain. Isn't that fancy? I need to redo my social media scroll so it goes vertical instead of horizontal. I think the vertical scroll just works better. And it matches the other scroll that's right next to it. Like the text scroll for the song title and artist, I think that works fine by itself, but I don't know. See, I learned to type on an old style Royal was 80 words per minute, now it's more like 5. I have been and always have been a hunt and pecker. Like I'll go do 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 do. That's just the way I type, and somehow I do okay. But the problem is, when the thinking is too fast for the fingers. Fair enough, EL. Fair enough. 40 Gumbles in. How you doing, dude? Hope you're well. We're on our way to Manhattan, Kansas. On our way to see the Kansas Motor Speedway, which hopefully is in the photogrammetry area. Oh wait, I turned it off. Crap. I guess I'll just have to restart the sim when we make our next stop. Speaking of, put my name on the list to get the vaccine shot. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it, Kingsman. I like the saxophone. It's good moving as Wave Tyros is now following. Many thanks, dude. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the flight. Going Monday to schedule, blah, blah, blah. No, why can't I move it? There's Beneval and disappeared. Or if it's just a angle. Oh, there we go. So we're getting close to Manhattan. Frame rates have dropped to about 17 from 45 at the start of flight, but at least no stutters. Oof. Allison has a 10-hour flight set. Oh. I was like, well, gee, Allison, where are you going? Oh, wait. Africa. Or the thing at the place with the lady. Amelia Earhart flights. That's right. That's, I can words good. So that appears to be our runway. Wind is indicating from the north-ish. Red Sea to Karachi. Nice. Is one of the warbirds, P-40 or Spitfire, getting pushed by one of the devs to show the... I believe they both are. The Spitfire, because of the in-sim market version, is different because they neutered it. Microsoft had them neuter it. Let's see, what runway are we going to take? No, we'll fly over. But I know that the P-40 is supposed to get a release or an update here soon. Big Radio said this week to address even how it appears in multiplayer. So I know that one for sure is in the works. Yeah, they neutered the Spitfire in the in-sim marketplace and removed the cannons from it. Yeah, Kingsman, Allison's a real trooper with the Amelia Earhart flights. Just nuts. It really is. It's not like they work anyway. Tell me about it. So, I mean, when it comes to anything military, from now on, I won't buy anything military from the marketplace. I probably won't in general. The only exception being Coronado planes, because they're only releasing in... Okay, yeah, we're going to land on this runway here. But I'm only going to purchase Coronado planes from the in-sim marketplace from here on out. Anything warbird or military related, I'm just going to get straight from the devs because they're going to get better cut of the profits anyway. It's kind of like I'm starting to wonder if Microsoft was the one that says, yeah, no, don't do any of the Normandy memorials with the look at the Thunder flights go. The France update, which is just stupid. Yeah, and that's the thing about the Coronado. But it's more to do with the fact that that's the only place to get them for this flight sim. Yeah, it's silly. It's just silly. They don't work. So why remove them? Well, the thing of it is, even on Warbirds, they have the cannons there, but they're fake. So they don't have real weapons, but they're there. You go to the kid, little Timmy, is going to get his parents to buy the Spitfire for him to fly in Microsoft Flight Sim. And then Timmy's going to be like, I want to see the real thing. So little Timmy and his parents are going to go to their local air museum. They're going to see a Spitfire and wonder, well, gee, Mommy, the plane in the flight sim doesn't have these things on it. And little Timmy's going to get confused. Well, at the same time, it's the best way to get a point across to a company like that is hit them in the pocketbook, because that's where they're going to listen. I think the whole idea of taking them off is silly. Okay, the missiles on like the F-15, I could see that being more reasonable. But the cannons on the Spitfire is just like, really? Well, here's the thing. I don't think Microsoft will ever introduce flight combat into Flight Sim themselves. A third party will probably do that, and it'll only work for people that have it. Because they did that with FSX and P3D. And I think even X-Plane had something like it. So it's definitely a tricky slope, but it's one thing to not have the combat. It's another thing to just remove the weapons when there's already no combat. Okay, so we're actually doing pretty good on this landing. I'll be darned. Last notch of flaps coming in. Of course, the winds change on the surface. Ooh, that was a rough landing. I was not ready for that one. See, I don't think the ratings are going to have near as effect as the loss of revenue. Alright, we're just going to park it right on here. I guarantee. So, engine, AVX, lights turned off, and... Hit that. Turn that off. Hit that. And we'll hide that. There we go. Whoa! We got a Blériot. Nice. There's EO. So runway 31 open for landings. I guess it still worked out with the winds. Wasn't too bad. The entire U.S. border, Canadian, Mexican Gulf, as well as was nice. There's Flight Sergeant and Menavol. There's 50 the B. Arborchetta's in. Lopak's in the Blériot. They can make guns. So the cardboard is flashing guns. You make the noise. Yeah, that cardboard spit's just a hoot. I love it. Papa Joe B is in. Yeah, sure they weaponize planes. You get people. Yeah, well, I mean, having them. There's a difference between having them on the plane and being able to use them. I'm okay with having them on the plane in a lot of respects, but yeah, having actual workable combat, you'd end up with some griefing. I wouldn't go that far, EL. It's just, you know, it's a matter of being explained. Otherwise, that stuff isn't a big issue that bothers me. That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, it was a Navy landing. kind of sank her right in. There's deep future in the caravan. Is this a stock airport? I just saw you flew through some trees and landed in the grass. It's stock as far as I know. Yeah, Army guy doing a Navy landing. Oh, you know. That's fair, Mirwaz. It is what it is. I loved Microsoft Combat Simulator. It was great. You have a good one, Loprox. Thanks for flying along. Great flying in the Blériot. Glad to have you here. Like, I don't think Microsoft's doing it specifically to, you know, be whatever. It's just the fact that they're doing it is kind of like, really? There's Scorpio in. See Kozaki fly overhead with the Thunderflies. Oh, that's everybody. I'll be darned. Speaking of the cardboard spit, there's one right there. There's the P40. There's a 152. Alright, so restarting of the simage time. Ooh. I'll switch to here. It's gonna stick with the 182. When it comes to warplanes, I only buy the old stuff, 70s and older, I think. Preferably war. I'm generally like that too. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the modern jets, although I would not say no to the F-22 because I love the F-22. Warbirds are where it's at for me. When it comes to old warplanes, yeah, you know, I like Nam and back. Like, I'd love to get a F9F Cougar and Panther. That'd be nice. Yeah, finding combat sim any nowadays is kind of a tall order. I've seen people get it to work, though. I mean, that's fine, EL, but again, it goes to, it's one thing to have something displayed and have another thing to have it, you know, functional. You know, the combat stuff isn't functional anyways. The Canary ones were to make the Steam Gauge 172. I don't know. I think that's just a coding thing. No good FPS here for me, and I don't know why I landed on 2-1 the wrong one. I don't know. Scorpio's loading the new GeForce driver. Well, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, I'm fine with, you know, like if Microsoft made a combat simulator and it was separate from this, I'd be all for it. Adding into combat for this, it's just like, yeah. I think somebody will do it eventually, but it's going to be a third-party thing. I don't see Microsoft ever doing it native to this on their own. If they're going to do that, they'd make another Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator like they did back in the day. That's how I see it. You know, I don't have a problem with, you know, cannons and missiles and stuff being on airplanes in this that don't do anything. Like that I'm okay with, because it doesn't do anything. It's just there. I have an old PC with Windows XP that I played. Nice. Oh, I want Combat Flight Simulator 2 so bad. I want a Wildcat. I need a Wildcat in my life. I loved it. See, back then, all I had was well, I had a joystick that looked a lot like this. This was all I had back in the day. No rudder pedals, no HOTAS, nothing. Just this. That's kind of filthy at the minute. So getting the most out of it was just not going to happen. Of course, when those were out, it was the early 2000s. I was still in the teenage years. And I never had a computer that was really good enough to get the most out of it anyway. Because Combat Flight Sim 1 was based on FS98. This is the European theater. Then CFS 2 was based on FS 2000. And then CFS 3 kind of broke away, and it didn't go well. I've got 2 of them, Scorpio. Although they're going to go to friends here soon because I don't need them. I have an X55, I have my honeycomb, and I have things, and I don't need those sticks anymore. So they're going to go to good homes. Yeah, we all have different budgets and priorities when it comes to the wonderful extras that we get for Flight Sim. War Thunder, it's okay. It's all grindy, and the PvP is kind of meh. Yeah? I love it. I mean, I caught a deal on the X55 on eBay. The guy wasn't selling it for stupid expensive. Took great care of it, and it works phenomenally. I like the X55. I used to have an X52, but it stopped working at one point. And then I tried using one of those Sidewinder joysticks, and it just was not. I didn't have the right place to put it. I couldn't mount it to anything, so it was really frustrating to use. So I said, screw it. I want a nice HOTAS setup. So I got the X55, and I could not be happier with it. War Thunder's okay. For free to play, it's really grindy. Let's see. DCS is way too simmy for my taste. I like what IL-2 is still doing, but mapping controls in IL-2 is like almost like pulling teeth sometimes. See, I like the first one was good, second one was better, third was the worst of all because it departed from the whole thing. Yeah, it's been great. I've been real happy with it. I almost want to get an extension for the stick and be able to put it like on my chair, which I think would be cool. But then I'd have to take down my yoke anyway, so it'd be kind of like juggling equipment. I like what IL-2 is doing because they're not quite as simmy as DCS, but they're not, arcadey like War Thunder. And, there's, offline stuff you can do. Or PvE type stuff. It's like that thing on Titan Wolf Vulture? So wish I had the money and plans and time to learn that. Yeah, it's just DCS is such a time and money investment. It's ridiculous. I need to do that one. Yeah, and I don't have that kind of patience nor money necessarily to really invest in that. I like the idea of it, but it's definitely not for everybody. Just go there. See what happens. There. Well, let's turn that back on just in case. Let's do that. It's the Eagles that kill you. DCS is 2 times so complicated. Yeah, 100%. I just want the Sea Duck that War Thunder had, but here. Right, I would pay really good money for a legit Sea Duck. Because Tailspin was awesome. Oh, 100% Draco. I still remember putting Flight Sim 2000 airplanes in, well, even I remember putting Flight Sim airplanes into Combat Flight Simulator. So I'd have like a Cessna that had 6 machine guns underneath the wings just mysteriously. It was hilarious. No, it was a different time. I was a lot younger and sillier back then. Okay, so I need to hang a right and then a left. Awesome. So we'll switch back to that screen. Alright, so make sure you're going forward. That nonsense needs to stop. And quiet you. Clear prop. Take that, Gophers. But it was funny because the whole world was still mapped in the Combat Flight Simulator, so you could still go wherever. It was just kind of funny how they did it all. Like, I think they could legit make a whole separate Combat Flight Sim and have a market for it. Something that's easier to use than DCS, but can still have a lot of the deep sim elements to it. Be easier to use than IL-2 and look a whole lot better. I think they could do it and keep it separate from this. You know, leave this to be a flight sim where people will just relax, have fun, calm, whatever. I would want that to stay the same. You know, that is something I would not want to change. You know, Microsoft, this has a good... What am I doing? I need to go back. CDI. Hit that button. 3. 6. The most I played is EF2000 Total War because for 2000 I have them. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, but it is what it is. Hey, there's the Thunder L. Hello. Don't want to run into you. Alright. I need to drink some furniture. Yeah, they're migrating servers to be a more reliable setup. Which I think is going to be good for their service. Not that I've really admittedly used it recently. Alright, we're lined up on the runway. Seeing 1 notch of flaps. Good, good, good. Left rudder, keeping her straight. Right aileron, keeping her level. Oh, Screaming Eagle's back in the old 360. Oh, wow. We need to hit that. Monster number 2 for Merwaz. If I just go down randomly without a word in chat, my heart is going, oh dear. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. You know, hearts going boom and whatnot, that's bad. A responsible monsterholic. Can you even put those 2 words together? Aha, fair enough. See, I've been getting back into Rippets because Rippets are cheap. And I think they work better for me at doing the thing. And I've limited myself to 1 a day. $2 a pop. You could easily get 2 Rippets for $2. Like, I bought a 24 pack of Rippets, and that's outside of shipping. That's about what I paid too. Ooh. See, that's the downside to the major energy drink brands, is they're expensive. Like, don't get me started on Red Bull. Ugh. Yeah. That's fun. Ugh. Sorry to hear about that, Kozaki. See, I don't like how this leans at, like, it's comfortable in general, but for doing this, I like sitting up. Like, I really need to move a lot of things forward. I need to put my monitors on a new monitor stand. But I'm terrified to turn off my computer right now. Like, for more than just a restart. Because the last time I did that, it deleted the C drive. So, yeah. Little nervous about doing that. So we'll allow the Thunderflies to do their thing and catch up. In the meantime, we'll activate our autopilot, get on course. I'm going to go ahead and start getting to cruise power since we're already basically at cruise altitude. Coffee number 12 for Mammoth. Yeah, I used to get the caffeine Neos. They were good. But caffeine can be an addiction. And so I ended up going with I'll go with one ripid a day, get me up and rolling. And by the time I'm ready to go to bed, I sleep. Seems to work out fairly well so far. Well, Merwaz, you can always download the flight plans from the Discord, and that way it'll get you back to where we are. Oh look, they even have roundabouts. Yale isn't even counting coffee anymore. Wait. Student not with. I mean, I could try, but there's a deadline. You know, I don't want to keep our European friends up too awfully late. Goblins flying the Trinidad, default third party, no one flashing. Kozaki was, but he went to join FS. Sullivan asked, what's my favorite food? If I had to pick one, it would probably be spaghetti. How about you? Draco, so I haven't started at Little Navmat. Ever seems to be good and I'm getting really good FPS. Strange. You know, who knows? Your prince works. SoCal Rob says Mario. Luigi. Spaghetti does have a lot of carbs in it. That's why I don't eat it very often. A whopping, aha. Well, fair enough, Merwaz. Well, some have early starts, and I have to be courteous to everybody. Church's Chicken. I want to say I've had Church's Chicken. That sounds like Church's Chicken's down. I've seen it down in Ohio, like the Toledo area. Yeah, that's very true, EL. It really is. Like, I haven't tried out the Sullivan with the follow. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're well. I haven't tried the Power Solo yet, but I like the Aerolite a lot. Well, I'm glad you are, Sullivan. I aim to have fun and a nice, chilled, relaxed state. There goes the Thunderflies. Oh yeah, yeah. The Power Solo, from what I understand, really is basically a flying moped. Drago, yes, yes, yes. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken started out with Colonel Sanders, and then they split off at some point. And now KFC is what it is today, and it's actually very disappointing. Lee's, amazing food. Amazing chicken. Oh. If I hadn't already bought my dinner for later, I'd want to get some Lee's chicken. I know I did keto for a while, 40 to 50 doses. That's awesome, dude. I desperately need to lose about 100 pounds. Like, I'm very much overweight. Sitting around doing, stuff in this general area most of my day has not helped over the last year. Yeah. It's unfair, pretty sure, the moped. Well, that's fair, but mopeds don't necessarily have to deal with aerodynamics and drag, and also aren't always limited by, rules. Well, take that back. As many rules. Favorite restaurant? Probably Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. I'm not a difficult person to please, and I like their chicken a lot. Lee's is amazing. Best coleslaw and green beans ever. Their coleslaw is good. Their green beans are okay, as long as you don't get them to go. Because once they have to soak in the juices and stuff, it's just like, I want to mix them with my mashed potatoes. Best mashed potatoes and gravy, though. Their gravy is top-notch stuff. I love their barbecue sauce, too. Moped can push 20 horsepower if it's tuned like a purebred race machine and super illegal. Right. It's sure fun 3 days before it's over. Oh, nice. Keto's great, just no carbs, but everything else is a go. No starving, but losing weight like crazy. And energy level up. I've been recommended keto before, and I really need to look into it. And that would probably, shoot, me getting out and getting some exercise on a daily basis would help out a lot too. I love chicken. It's my favorite, especially wings or fried chicken. Yeah, fried chicken is amazing. Honestly, I've been into the oven roasted chicken. You season it just right. Oh, it's so tasty. And actually, the Lee's oven roasted chicken, or oven roasted chicken back when they offered it, it's actually surprisingly low on sodium too. Roger that, Viper. I did taco. Wow, that almost came out very wrong. Taco pie today turned out amazing. Nice. I got some tacos and a quesadilla for later. Oh, all the cheese. Absolutely, Sullivan. If you do ! Discord, you'll get a link. It's like a circle. We start off with food, we go back to food. I mean, it's just all about food. I like food. That's why I'm way overweight. I love food and I'm lazy. The important thing is, I know what my problems are, and I know where I need to work on them. See, we can talk about sky mopeds. Am I at cruise power? I should be at cruise power. Let me dial back a little bit more. I've never been on a moped, but I've always wanted to get my motorcycle endorsement. So I like motorcycles, it's just getting the endorsement for your license and you're better off getting a bike, then getting the endorsement, and getting the endorsement on the bike you're intending to ride the most. Nice. But that's also money. Rawaz used to be 95 pounds, so I'm 136 and barely get off my seat anymore. Yeah, for the longest time I sat around 250. I should be around 200, and I'm at the very least 300 right now, and that's not doing myself it's not doing my health any favors, let me tell you. Like, there are airplanes that weigh less than I do. Well, ultralights anyway. I don't know what a 16-8 diet is. See, I don't trust other drivers either, but $8 hours. So 16 hours no food, 8 hours where you can. I'll have to look into it. Between that and keto, I think I got to look into that, and I got to be more active. I've got to do more than just sit here all the time. Yeah. Cap at 9, that's really where I'm at, and that's not doing me favors, but it tastes so good. Kuzaki went from 290 to 230 in a month and a half, but it took a stroke. Ugh. I really don't want to lose weight that way, Kozaki. Honestly, that's kind of what I'd like to avoid. I'm worried about a heart attack. Regular breakfast, regular lunch, then stop. That's fair. Usually, I have about 2 meals a day, and that's it. To keep my blood sugar up, though, I have, started snacking on things like pistachios and some cashews and dried cranberries. Boy, I'd love to be on the 150 pound mark. Oh, that would be so good. Intermittent fasting every day, 18-6. Yeah, that's really what I need to do. I need to get the activity level up. It gets real tricky when you have to worry about blood sugar too. I'm not diabetic. I'm probably dang close, but I just need to get myself where I'm at. I'm getting my activity level, and with the weather getting better out and the warmer, it's going to aid that significantly. Dude, if I could be, I think 150 pounds for me would be too light. I'd probably, my safe weight's probably no less than 180. I'm 6 foot, and I'm a pretty broad-shouldered person. If I could go from wherever I'm at now to like even 220, I'd be sitting pretty. See, the problem, Zep, with the snacks is, I'm eating stuff that's good for me, and it's helping keep my blood sugar up. That's the only reason why I do it. Roger that, Mammoth. Yeah, and I need to have healthier habits in a general sense. The biggest thing is I need to get my butt out of the office chair and walking, at the very least. And that's going to exponentially increase my ability to, not be the fat piece of lump that I am right now. You're not that much older than me, Merwaz. That's fair, Nights Up, and I'm getting my snacking habits under control as well. Like I said, I'm eating pistachios. That's good for protein. Protein's good for blood sugar too. So I was 200 pounds from when I was 20. Then at 45, it went to 250. Yeah, EL somewhere. EL went north. EL went hunting for Nebraska. I do not move around. I love my wine, but with 16 8, I can always go. That's fair. That's fair, Zep. It's finding that I know that I need to get more active. I just do. I need to step away from the computer more often. And honestly, I've been scaling back a lot of involvement outside of the streaming world. And as much as I hate to say it, I've scaled back some involvement during the two-tone streams, just because I've got responsibilities around the house that I've been neglecting and I need to do because being a responsible adult. I need to start taking care of my health a lot better, because I've got a lot of things going on right now is health-wise that I'm very concerned about, and I don't want to get any worse. 100% Scorpio. Was that I have a condition, meaning I'm way weaker than a normal guy, so I'm still on the floor. I cannot get up right now. Ooh. Gophers up there? Yeah, watch out for gophers. Do you have a small area in your house that you could set up for workouts out? If I could even get a treadmill, I would. I've got an elliptical, but that thing kills me. Let's do this. I do have a Wii. I also have VR, so I could do like Beat Saber if I wanted to. Ooh, another 182. The problem is with my condition, if I do any kind of like my mom does Taibo, and it really works for her. I try to do that, the whole house is going to shake. Yeah, I've got a couple of dumbbells, aerobics on me. Tell you what, next stream I could break up my dumbbells and do some lifting. Rowing is a good exercise, yep. I'd love it if I had access to a pool so that I could get do like some sort of lifting underwater, some underwater exercises, because that helps with it like doubles the calorie burn, but it feels like you're doing less work. Yeah. 5 times in 15 years, that's once every 3 years, roughly. I need to buy a bicycle. I need to invest in a bicycle. I've needed to do that for years. I like riding bicycles. I got hit by a car on a bicycle once. EL has a rowing machine. Ken Gregan says, have you considered a whole food, plant-based diet? You'll shed away 3 pounds a week. I'll have a look. Appreciate the suggestion, Ken. Want to train things to use your own weight, pulling up and down? Oh, Lord. I'd break something. Kozaki had a canoe. Oh, gosh, if I could get a canoe, I'd probably try to find a way to stream from that. I almost hit a car once. Let's just say I was going way faster than the car did. See, when I was trying to go from my dad's house to my grandma's house, which is one heck of a bike ride. I didn't get very far. I was crossing an intersection. The traffic I was crossing had a red light. I almost made it, and someone that was turning right on a red, because that's allowed, wasn't paying much attention and hit me and kept going for about 300 feet before realizing, well, gosh, there's something under the front of my car, which that something was me. So that was an interesting experience. Never got my bike fixed after that. Best friend hit a car while riding a bike. Ooh. I have a kayak. I go out. Oh, that'd be fun. Although I don't like water that much. I know it isn't easy, yes, but set yourself a goal. Ride your bicycle to the nearest coffee shop and back. Yeah, I need to get the bicycle first. I need to really start shopping for the bicycle. Honestly, I think if I could get the elliptical working and just maybe it just doesn't have a seat, not as low impact as a bicycle is. My knees, my poor knees. That's fair. I'm an excellent flotation device. You know, in emergencies, in the event of emergency during the flight, find me. I am my own flotation device. Vipers near Topeka? Nice. Actually, we're just flying north of Topeka ourselves. There's Topeka down there. Dude, I hate swimming. I don't do water. I don't swim very well. Never have, never cared to. Didn't help that I got tossed into a pool unexpectedly once by someone I didn't really care for, and I had a panic attack during the whole exchange. As we say, people like this are great, make you warm during winter. Oh yeah, I'm useful in a lot of ways, but not in the ways I wish I was. And not far from Topeka is Lawrence, Kansas. It is home to the University of Kansas and their Jayhawks. Nice. Now we got the airport Topeka down there. We're about to pass the Topeka VOR. Oh, you two did once. Stepdad carried me out to the water and dropped me and walked back, not thinking about the fact that I just sink. Yeah, my stepmom not shoved me into the pool once, and I don't think she had the best of intentions when she did it, but it was what it was. Yeah, it was about the same age I was. I wasn't even paying attention and just got shoved into the pool. Lucky I didn't hit my head on something. I'm all about some sort of, Firefly fitness club. That would be awesome. I sank a boogie board. Oh no. Yeah, it's a good way to breed resentment too. Another time he pushed me down a water ride, but what he did after was impressive. I came down, ended up underwater. He came down behind me, and all of a sudden I was airborne. There you go. I had a happy ending at least. That's true. Yes. Membership to all of the clubs, Papa Joe. It's kind of like you get you buy the membership and you get access to everything. I really need the bicycle. I'm gonna spend some time tonight after the stream looking up bicycles and bicycle prices. Because if I could get a bicycle, that'd be great. But see, you get membership to the food club to get great recipes for like the cheat day and also healthy recipes for normal days. But then you have the fitness club that kind of ties in with the healthy food from the food club. But it also gives you tips and advice on workouts and easy to do workouts. And I rode here today on my bicycle, or I walked here. Well, that's not good, Merwaz. It might be difficult, Zep, but it's all about how you do it. It could work. And see, yeah, it could work. Now, you don't want to do like Planet Fitness and where they have like a pizza day and it's just like, it's a fitness club. I'm not here for pizza. I'm here to lose weight. Merwaz is refueling. I gotta look up bicycle prices. I'll do it after the stream. No worries, Yell. I gotta figure out what they cost anyway. It's been ages since I had a decent bicycle. Yeah, that'll guzzle the gas pretty quick. See, like, I need a better chair for doing this because this is important. I love being able to stream for you guys. Y'all give me great advice and help on different things. Not to mention just support in general. But at the same time, I need to have a bit more of an active lifestyle outside of the streams. At least, I mostly drink water. A little bit of orange juice. And I've got one Rip It left, and I don't intend to get any more, so that should get that under control at least a little bit. Oh yeah. Well, see, if I stop using the action camera, I could do that. That's not a bad idea. Take a little bit of engineering to do, get it all put together, but it could be done. What was I saying? Oh, if I didn't use my action camera, my not GoPro, I could even record me going down bike trails and stuff. See, the other problem with a treadmill and the elliptical especially is headroom. I've got a ceiling fan right in the middle of my room here. No fan cam. And I'm not short. So it can get real close sometimes. Zep with the $10 for the towards the bike and the chair or whatnot. Many thanks, Zep. That's greatly appreciated and certainly not required, but much appreciated. Rogue Machine and assault bike. What's an assault bike? I don't think I've ever heard of that. If I could get a rowing machine, it'd be great. Air bike. Sounds like something. What color are the assault bikes? Yeah, I know, right, Draco? Exponent. Anything assault sounds dangerous to your health. I mean, I'm intrigued by the assault bike. I really am. It sounds like a great idea. Risa got a $2,000 treadmill for free. Germans are crazy. Jeez. No kidding. I guess so, JW. Gosh. High capacity for cardio. Cardio, even. That's funny. No, I really do thank everybody for the ideas and the interest in helping. It's definitely things I'm going to look into over the weekend. Yeah, lots of plastic. Back in my day, they were made out of wood. No, coming weeks, I'll keep everyone posted for sure, but I've got to start getting my health in order because I'm not doing well. I used to have a thing going with Jack Daniels till the blackout started. Had to quit my marriage. Ooh. When I did the liquor, I did the rower and helped me drop a ton of weight. Nice. Oh yeah, 100%. I've always learned that you don't want to do anything quick, fast, in a hurry. The longer you're in it, the more progressed you do it, the better results you'll get. Oh, there we go. Judge Tread Bike. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Merwaz, I mean, it would get here. It'd take a while, but I'll get stuff worked out. I'll do some research. I'll get footage in order, and I'll keep everyone posted. I think getting a bicycle is going to be a big thing. Oh yeah, that'd be nuts. Oh, I get the difference between being muscle sore and like, yes, this is going to work, and keep going. I mean, basic training was like that, and it sucked. But I kept going because you got to. Well, the old saying is no pain, no gain, but yeah, basic training has said pain is weakness leaving the body. And honestly, I don't need to worry about strength training so much other than the fact that it tends to burn more fat than cardio. But I need the weight more than I need the strength, the weight loss more than I need the strength training. If that makes any sense. But that does put a damper on things, Kozaki. Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of sand at Fort Jackson, so I know that feeling. I know that feeling real well. Not to mention, you know, training during the summer, long sleeves, you can't roll them up. You're loaded up with your kit. It's the middle of the day. Heat index is somewhere around 115. If I thought it was bad in South Carolina, I don't want to even think about what it's like for those that are over in Afghanistan and Iraq. That's murder. Want to talk about heat? Fort Riley? Yeah, we're going to be somewhere near Fort Riley at some point, I think. Actually getting close to the Speedway. ROTC? Right on. Yeah, I was a enlisted nobody. Draco hadn't left hip replaced in 2018. The only thing I don't do is run Columbus GA in July, August when I was in... Yeah, I can bet. Zep sees it right ahead. I think I'm beginning to see it. I'm seeing it on the VFR map. There's the Thunderflies. We are starting to get into photogrammetry. Nice. Only thing I can think of is they've got their thrust settings back. I couldn't honestly tell you what the Prius MB339 Prius. Yeah, I don't know. Used to be. I did my basic training in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. I live in Michigan currently. There's the Speedway. Oh, the MB339's that's a use it and abuse it kind of jet. It's a lot of fun. Yeah? Well, we're about to get a good look at it. Popping the... I thought when I first got it, it's gotten better at the... Nice. Waukegan, Illinois was no picnic in the winter. That's fair, yeah. Different extreme. And there is the Kansas Speedway. See the garage areas, Victory Lane, scoring pylon, all the places for camping. Yeah, they did a good job with this one. It's actually, you know, no random buildings. There's a soccer stadium over there. Nice. That's pretty slick. X29 Maze is here. Good to see you. I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, Kingsman. They actually did pretty. I think this is. I do have to agree. Who said it? Who said it was the best one that we've seen so far? I agree. Oh, that was the wrong button. Buttons. Many thanks for the follow there, X29. Hope you're well. Okay, so we are mere moments from the final stop of the evening. We'll disengage the autopilot. I'm going to... Ooh. Next to Speedway, there's two different stadiums. One is Field of Legends, home to the Kansas City Monarchs, AA, American Association of Professional Baseball. The other is Children's Mercy Park, home to Sporting Kansas City. Nice. Now the question is, what runway doth we land on? We are going to KC. Well, we've got some options. Now we need to know the weather. Oh, that's the wrong one. KMKC. Winds are 310. So my money's gonna go to runway 1. So we're gonna go to the right, fly over the city a bit. Oh, almost flew into the Thunderflies. Prop goes full. We're gonna reduce throttle. We're gonna compensate with trim. I've burned 50 gallons already. Just took off. Woo! Yes. Yeah, it does. And surprisingly enough, the photogrammetry seems to be performing well today. Yep, that's exactly right, Viber. So we're going for runway 1. The jets are neat. The Blue Angels are going to be here in Texas this weekend. No kidding. Nice. X29, do a lot of flying in low and slow GA stuff. I like to fly Warbirds from time to time. So the P-40, I just had a flight in that on Tuesday. I've flown the Spitfire, the Corsair. On the odd occasion, I'll fly the fast jets. I don't do airliners. But if it can technically be considered general aviation, that's generally what I'm flying in. So we have the runway in sight. bit of extra power. And second notch of flaps. Looks like we might end up with a bit of a draft updraft maybe over the river. I would imagine there is in real life, yes. I just don't typically use it. I fly mostly for the sake of the group flights and exploration. After Orlando being the 103 sports area, nice. Okay, nope, that's the wrong window. We have the runway in sight. See, we can sort of see Count Zepp on the ground. A couple others. There's RC Max 06. Yeah, we're low on the glide slope. There's the glide slope. Nice notch of flaps. Wind up on the runway. Ooh, she bouncy, she bouncy. Nice and smooth. Start leveling off. Oh, a bit of a bounce. And we'll pull off to the side. On the apparently closed runway. Alright, we'll park it up here. Thanks, Zep. Parking brake on. Lights, avionics. And we're good to go. Get in here, turn that off, make sure that's going around well. So runway 1 open for landings. They really are X-29. Ooh, EL with the night landing. Nice. The Bonanza is a nice aircraft. I really do like it. Interesting. Interesting, Draco. That, I don't know. It was all going so well. Papa Joe's in, EL is in, Catbat 9's in, there's Merwaz. There's Scorpio. Druid's in. Interesting, Drago. There's Deep Future in the caravan. Here comes Roger. Uh-oh. You have a good night, Zep. Thanks for coming along. You know what? We might give this guy a raid. Make his day.
I feel good.
Getting a bit of a raid ready here. Give me one moment. It's good to hear, Viper Strike. Scorpio, following your suggestion Tuesday, I purchased M339. Having great fun with it. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it. Lisa nailed it down. We are in Kansas City, in Kansas. We might be on the Missouri side of it. Thunderflies are inbound for landing. Then after that, we shall do a raid. Because that's what we do. Share the love as much as we can. You rest well, Scorpio. Do appreciate it. Glad to have you along. There's Steve Solo UK, Masonic Lake, and Wombat 49 in. Glad you enjoyed it, Deep Future. Fair enough. That's kind of why we're flying around the US, because I have a lot of European friends and followers, so it's kind of a window into the world over here. There you go, Merwaz. That's awesome. So, many thanks to all the gifted subs, the new follows, and for everyone just being in the chat. You're all awesome. You really keep me humble with all this, all the love you share. We are going to raid somebody after this, but I do want to just thank everybody for being here, for all the love and support that you give. You know, none of it being a requirement. It's just been huge. It's been life-changing. I'll keep you all apprised of my progress when it comes to me trying to get more fit, and, you know, look out for my health, because that's important. So, nice. But until next time, be good to each other, stay safe out there, stand by for the raid, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.